What? One, two, three. What? One, two, three. What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Yelsha, and today I want to answer some TMI questions. Before we start, I must warn you guys that this video is going to be a little bit uncomfortable. I hope that you and I will learn something new today. So let's go. The first question is, what was it like when you got your periods? That is a very good question because I got my periods when I was around 11 years, around 10, 11, around that age. I did not know anything about periods. I was scared. I was even so scared to tell my mother that I had periods. I hid it from her for almost a year. And it was my friend that told her. It was my friend that told her. My periods started so intense. So I used to get period pains and stuff, but you don't feel anything. You just feel cramps. You just feel a little bit tired and stuff. But I did not even know all that was because of periods. I did not understand what period is. So I did not even know how it feels. Is it okay for somebody to ask for nudes? No, it's not okay. That's a big red flag, because why should you send your nudes? And if you did, it's okay. Don't do it again. If you break up with them, they're going to share that nude to everybody. So be careful. That's your body. You have to protect it. You have to take care of it. Don't even wish to do that, no matter what the guy or the girl says, because some guys might actually try to guilt trip you. Some might insult you. Some might even lose interest in you. Yes, let them go. Me, I never understood what nudes was until I came to Germany, guys. Okay, when I was in Kenya, those times it was not common to send nudes, or it was not just something you can just casually do. But when I came here, it's different. The culture, everything is different. So I find that here people easily send nudes. Like, here people don't have a big deal with it compared to African culture. For me, I'll say it's a no. Okay, it's a no. No matter what culture you are, no matter what religion you are, it's a no. Why is it considered bad to watch porn? Because it's like a drug, and you have to know how to manage it. You know the way people drink alcohol only on the weekend, and then on the week they will not drink alcohol. If you're doing that with a porn issue, good. Porn is not something you have to watch every day, because it's just gonna destroy you mentally. If you have relationship, it's gonna damage it. For us, porn is a taboo. Some Christians believe that if you watch porn, you're exchanging energies with them, and I don't know, it's just very controversial. But for me, I'm gonna say that yes, porn is bad, but everyone watches it, right? So limit it. Know how to control yourself, know how to control your desires, know how to limit it if you really have to watch porn. And also, porn can affect how you have intimacy, because young people these days, they'll be practicing what they see on porn, and I'm just like, for real? If you watch porn and you're trying to do those things that they're doing, don't do that. Don't do that. Try and figure out the natural way of having sex. How does it feel after you shave? Is it uncomfortable? This is a very good question. For me, I just use the normal shaving stick. How does it feel? It actually doesn't feel anything. It just feels more cleaner. And I'm not meaning that if you have hair, it's not cleaner. But you know, if you have hair, the germs get trapped in it and stuff. It doesn't feel anything special. But the only time you're gonna feel that, oh, I shaved, is 3 days later or 4 days later, when those things start to spike up, and you're just gonna be you're just going to walk on the road and something is itching you, and you have to, you know. This thing happens especially when you're outside, when you're in public, and it just start to itch. It just, God, I hate it. That's the only time I feel like, oh yes, shaving. The best birth control method. I used to take pills, but I stopped. I remember I went to my doctor and I was like, hey, I'm adding weight and I think it's the pill. And they just looked at me like I'm crazy. And it was actually true. So you have to be careful what kind of birth control. You have to use it for you to know how it works with your body. But that's the only thing I've tried. Of course, condoms. Like, birth control is really good if you know the person, if you guys, know each other for long. Condom is good if you guys don't know each other and you guys, So There's no best. You just have to know what works for your body. You have to try all these things for you to know what works for your body. They have injections, they have other methods, but I've never tried it, so I cannot talk about that. Why should you pee after sex? UTI. You have to pee after sex because of UTI. Our bodies, I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I only know because of UTI. So I don't know the real reason how you get. I don't know the process and stuff, but I only know it's because of UTI. So is it true every girl gets the bleach spots in their panties? Yeah, it's true. It's totally normal. Our discharge has some acid to it, so it's totally normal that if you use your pant for too long, maybe 1 year or 2 years, it's gonna, look rusty and it's gonna look bleached and stuff. What is the biggest advice for sex? Well, everyone have their own advice, everyone have their own experiences, so I'm going to talk about from what I learned throughout the years. Everyone have their own ideas of sex depending on the culture you come from, the religion and stuff. I see sex as a very spiritual thing. If you have sex with somebody, you guys are literally exchanging and sharing and becoming one. The best advice I can give to you is be careful who you have sex with, because if you have sex with someone who is crazy, you're gonna take how I can never be serious in a serious conversation. As I was saying, if you have sex with a crazy person, you can take some part of you take some part of them. That's why years later I started to notice some things about me, that I have some weird habits that I took from people that I was with in a relationship. For me, I felt like part of it is because of sex. That's why I took for me it's a long break. In that year I learned so much, and I realized that most of it is because I am exchanging energies with people. I am going to take that, and even though I'm not going to act on it, my subconscious mind is already comfortable with such things. You have to be so mindful of who you have sex with. Don't rush. Don't let anybody pressure you into having sex, because if it's somebody who loves you, they're going to understand. They're not going to pressure you. They're going to give you time to be ready. People are scared of UTI, 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 UTI. There's STDs, sexually transmitted demons. You guys are going to exchange some demons. They're gonna exchange some, those crazy stuff. So you have to be careful who you have sex with. How do you feel about sex without string attached? So people call it friends of benefit. I personally will not do it, because for me, sex is something more than just casually doing it and just leaving. So I wouldn't do it. But if you are doing it, if you're in an open relationship, if you just like to do that, because there's some people who like to do it, I don't condemn you. So my own opinion shouldn't matter to you, shouldn't stop you from doing it. But I'm just gonna say it is, I'm not comfortable with it. It's just weird, and it's just weird. It's just weird for me. It's self-pleasure shameful. Normally it shouldn't be. If you come from somebody like me who came from Kenya, who we just grew up not talking about sex, we only learned about sex in school, and our parents will never talk about it. It's taboo. You ask your mother, oh, what is sex? They just get uncomfortable, they start sweating, they start getting nervous. So talking about self-pleasure in a culture like that is very, very shameful, even for me to talk about it, because I grew up in that mentality. It's kind of uncomfortable, but normally it shouldn't be uncomfortable. Like, for real, this is part of us. The way eating is normal, showering is normal, taking care of yourself is normal, working out is normal. Self-pleasure should also be normal. Like, we should just talk about it like any other thing. But due to culture, due to beliefs, due to religion, you should not feel like, oh, you're the bad one. Because I remember sometimes I used to be so guilty. It's just the world that we live in. Sex is a very, very weird and comfortable topic to talk about. So that's all I have for you guys, and I love you so much. Thank you for subscribing. If you have not, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and share it to everybody. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Kisses.